Hello and welcome. How is everyone doing today? It's Mr. Bike and we are playing the Outer Worlds. Second playthrough, so we're going full on supernova. And it is going to be a struggle, I can tell you.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the
Ooh,
only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations.
by
A trip of
corporations?
10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment.
Well, that
With only
sounds
a minor
perfect.
term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon
You'll let
colony.
me make choices? I can be the master? I like that. I like that idea a lot. Well, the choices had to be made, I'm sure. It wouldn't leave it there just for no reason, right? What's this dude? What's his? Phineas Vernon Wells, fugitive wanted by Halcyon hoarding for crimes against the colony. Well, they don't sound like a good person at all.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Well, that's just like your opinion, man. Alright, well, if you saw the title, first off,
You took a few blows to the brain pan. You took a few blows to the brain pan.
this character is
Your
going to
quick
be
hands could get you hired by Sublight.
very strong.
You took a few blows to the brain pan.
Okay, can you say something else?
You're a few stars short of a constellation. You took a few blows to the brain pan. You took a few
Okay.
blows to the brain pan.
Okay, if you're not going to say
High
it
blood
there.
pressure could keep you from blacking out at least. You're easily brainwashed. Glad I found you before the board did.
Alright, well, there's one. There's one comment he makes where it's like, oh, you spell your S's with fives. Let's see, come on.
That's all right, friend. I'll be the brains for both of us.
Come on.
You're a few stars short of a constellation. Oh dear, you spelled your name with a 5.
There we go. That's important. Right there.
I bet you're vicious with a tossball stick.
So yeah, we're just going melee ranged. And I'm thinking, if they're very athletic, but they're dumb as a box of rocks, what better than
No one can see you cry inside of a mascot suit.
perfect? There isn't a problem in all the cosmos that team spirit and a big stick couldn't solve together. Your last major head injury in the field knocked some extra cheer into you, and you've been a rising star in tossball's competitive mascot food chain ever since. It doesn't matter that no one knows your face under the mask. You share glory with the team. Alright, so very basic male. Alright. Wait. Eye color. Since he's gonna be kind of evil, we'll give him some good old Sith eyes. Some corporate approved haircut. with a corporate approved hair color. Need to make sure we got a good old unibrow. Alright. And, in fact, Steve does spell his name with a 5. Alright. This is not gonna go well, I can tell you that much. This is gonna be a train wreck doing this on Supernova. Because mind you, I have no natural health regeneration. Everything's gonna be hard for Steve.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
I don't even know you, dude. Why are you saying it's my lucky day?
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
So are you with the tossball team? I'm confused.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 10%. It drives.
Shit.
Well, I was brought here to be a mascot. That's all I was meant to do, is hype the team up.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take.
Why are you tampering with us?
Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically.
What's a concoction?
I guess we'll see, yes?
You're tossing lots of big words.
Chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more.
Do you
if
play
we're to save
tossball?
the rest of your fellow colonists.
Are you the coach?
I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head.
Oh,
My
you're a
ship
bad
is
guy.
inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position.
Wait, you hired a smuggler. You're a wanted man. You got a smuggler. I still have questions. Okay. Yeah, so I have played through this game before, so this would be second playthrough. Playing it on the dumb mode, essentially. Just being a good old idiot.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one of a kind.
So
that
all
sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure.
I don't
I've
know.
also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
I didn't come here. You woke me up into a life of crime. Wait, that's some big words for Steve. You make me bad person. Okay.
Ah,
Ugh.
landed good. should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
Well, he's just a bad guy anyways.
Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head.
Well, he
Shame
got
about
what
the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
No, he got what he deserved. He broke the law. You're making me break the law. Why are you telling me to sneak? I don't need to.
You see now, you've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings.
Sit still, I'll patch you up.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
Why didn't you tell me that before? What happened to you?
We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
What were you doing out here?
Investigating an illegally grounded ship. All spacecraft must arrive and depart from authorized landing pads. That's board law, that is. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Yeah, that's a perfect idea. But you're an idiot. Give me your gun before you get yourself killed.
Yeah, you sound a lot like my lieutenant. Here, hope this gun serves you better than it did me. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest.
That sounds like a
Spacer's
good
Choice.
deal.
Yes, nailed it that time.
Alright, well, I'm off. The best part about being a charismatic idiot is that I think everybody else is an idiot.
Damn it, my ears!
You're still listening to me?
Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell?
I don't want you to hear me. Yep. So we're gonna say Steve's illiterate. He has no time for this. Alright. That thing go boom. Big boom. Big boom. Okay. And the sword. Okay. Yup, I don't care. Some mock apples, some lock picks, mag picks, lock picks, whatever. Alright. I like the naming conventions in this too. 0G brew. Mag pick. Some tarmac and cheese. A fast ration pill when you're on the go. Pre-sliced bread and fish sticks. Alright. Can make a home right here. All I really need is like some 2 mac and cheese, right? Okay. Yup, no idea. Don't care. Alright. Okay. Hmm. These guys, bad guys too. Whoa. Alright. And I can leap. Now I can do some real good flips for the fans. When I get a job, that is. Since this whatever old man just wakes me up and expects me to do his job. It's not what I signed up for. At all. There's one more body around here, wasn't there? Error. Oh, I just got a sword. Alright. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed!
Well, these look like they know what they're doing. How are you?
Came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators.
Oh, the
On that
worst.
rung leech. Landing in a Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad.
Well,
I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
so I heard. I found one of your teammates holed up in a cave.
Really? How is he?
Again, I'm a charismatic idiot, so still a moron. I'm hoping you're a little
Of
brighter.
course I am. I'm a superior officer. Stands to reason, don't it? Just you watch. I'll cross these marauders off with a swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son.
Guess I'll have to give you a 0 on my customer satisfaction survey.
Seriously? But those marauders will... Ugh. You know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Yeah, fucking better be. Alright. Good to see that you guys can do something around here. Get woken up and sent out, do everyone else's goddamn job. Only job I'm supposed to be doing is rallying the crowd. Well,
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Smile for my surveillance device, Marauder. I am tracking your every move.
is that the camera? No, that's a speaker. The unreliable, huh?
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel.
Hello.
Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
Alright. That is too big word for Steve. appreciate also seems like it'd be pretty big for him. Whatever.
I have been programmed to
I don't
communicate with
appreciate
you
being
both
talked to
see
like
and
that.
tact. Please allow me to demonstrate. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What the hell? Great, I'm getting shot into space twice in one day.
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed
Oh
to
wait.
express disappointment.
Oh, so I'm good. Well, I need to get this ship in the air.
I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Hawthorne's dead. I'm sorry.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Welcome back, Captain Hawthorne. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Apparently I'm not that dumb now. I doubt I'll find a part like that just sitting in a garage.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements.
Okay.
I have taken the liberty
You are
of handing
using
you a new
many
Captain's
big
identity
words.
cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne,
For
as the
Steve's
registered
mind, he would
proprietor
just
and
be
captain of the
blanking this
Unreliable.
out because he don't
Do you
understand.
understand?
Yeah, Ada, I got it, thanks.
Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Oh, what the hell is that?
The navigation console is offline at this time, Captain.
No idea. Too many words. Perfect. And Steve, he has got places to be. Oh yeah. Oh
These
yeah, Steve
surveillance
can run.
devices allow me to monitor you constantly. Please ignore them.
Everybody just wants to
I
watch
suppose
me.
everything on the Unreliable belongs to you now, Captain. Help yourself. No, really.
Huh? I wasn't listening. Uh-huh. Break down. Right. Sell that. Tossball stick. Okay. No rifle there, huh?
Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
Alright. Whatever you say.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. I'm afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Me no have job.
I'll waive your fee since you helped us with those marauders. If you're looking for work, talk to the constable down in Edgewater. She's got a bounty on marauders. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Alright, take care. Okay. First steps out here into this new world. And off to get a job. That looks like a camp. Okay, more bad guys. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Wow, that was no time at all. Killed me. And welcome to Supernova difficulty, where Steve is gonna have the worst time of his life. Really? I gotta go through all this again? Get good. Yup. Okay, even though I died, doesn't mean you have to give me all that again. Okay, maybe on second thought, let's have more base health. Steve needs a little help at
If your
least.
equipment is in need of repair or... I suppose everything on the unreliable... Island belongs to you now, Captain. Help yourself. No, really.
Yeah, it does belong to me.
Say, because... And if this... Now, if you'll excuse...
Okay. Right, I can't save until, I can save on the ship, can't I? Think. Maybe? Okay. I'm getting my revenge this time. Ugh. Da-da-da-da. There we go. I only took all the ammo, but I killed him, and that's what's important. As I'm on my mission to get a job and be useful. No, get out of here. care. Yeah, I just have absolutely no health regen. It's awesome. He's an angry, dumb man.
Hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend.
Yeah, I'm just passing through.
Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
I never got your name. I'm Steve.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Junior in humor? Like a comedian?
Nah, I ain't that fancy. I just dig holes in the ground and fill them with dead folk.
Who do I talk to about a power regulator?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Depends on the work. You offering me a job?
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
You want me to collect what's owed to you? I can do that.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Where can I find these people?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
Alright. I'll be back. Steve has 0 patience, by the way. Just throwing that out there. Nope, I'm not gonna steal. I'm not stealing from these good company people that have done nothing wrong. Perfectly fine folk of Emerald Vale. And these loading screens. Oh, how long these loading screens are. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying that this is a perfect game. It's a good game. Maybe a great game. But it's definitely got its issues.
Another day at the cannery.
Alright. So let's see. We'll sell that sword. Break all this down. Because I don't need 4 swords on me. Sell that. There we go. Break that one down. Good.
Don't go knocking your work. At least we've got one.
Alright. Let's see. Is there anyone I can deal with here? Yeah. Alright. Um.
Almost lost a finger in the cannery today.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing a promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
Ooh. If you need help with your marauder problem, I'm for hire.
As a Spacer's Choice Constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Okay.
Almost lost a finger in the cannery today.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Okay, go and collect some of these fees.
Don't make me report.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Gravesite fees, I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that? Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
That's kind of you, I guess.
I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart.
I wasn't being sarcastic.
Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me.
Well, now I know.
Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
You said the guy
Woke up
shot
one
himself?
morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
But they're improving. 30%. That must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
I thought you said you were his closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
Oh. Vandalism, huh? It's a pretty big word that you're teaching me here. Did you have to clean bits of him off the wall or something?
First of all, that's a horrible thing to say. Secondly,
Just
yes, we did.
asking.
When one of your workers commits
Okay.
a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
This Eugene guy sounds like he was more trouble than he's worth.
All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
I'll let you get back to work. I should actually be reading that stuff about food and such. since I've not played Supernova before, but I'm an idiot. I don't know things.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry.
Seems we've got a guest.
Well, you look like the man in charge.
You'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
You must be the town boss.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
Uniform, what are you talking about?
Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker?
Some big words again, everyone. Let's skip the small talk. I've got a ship in need of a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Frying myself?
Oh, yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
That's a lot to ask for a stranger.
You're
Of
the
a stranger.
stranger to wander into town in an age. Scripture tells us that nothing happens without reason.
You're a man of faith, Reed?
I do not attend the good vicar's sermons as often as I should, but yes, I am a scientician, born and raised. And my faith tells me that hard work and difficulty fortify our spirit. Well, this is hard work I ask of you, but there is a reward at the end of it.
What's so special about this plant?
The geothermal plant was built by our owners, Spacer's Choice. Lit up the whole Vale once upon a time. Most of the Vale is now abandoned. All that power is going to waste.
Can't you send one of your own people to the plant?
I'm afraid I can't spare the workers. We're strapped for bodies as it is. And there is a small element of personal danger.
Oh, personal danger. Okay. I suppose that's fair.
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
You mean marauders? Marauders aren't people.
The people living in the botanical labs. They're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
How can I help?
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Alright, Reed. I'll see what I can do to help you.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Good.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for
Seems
your
like
help.
a good kid.
It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Well, let's get going. Yep, don't care.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry.
Okay.
Let's talk when you're free.
What's up?
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just...
Oh, that's fine.
Mr.
Whatever.
Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
What he said seemed pretty straightforward to me.
Sure, it all comes together seamless in his own head. And I reckon he means well, for all that. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
I'm sure the deserters are very fine people, so what?
Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. It don't seem right to me, mister. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Alright.
Wish we had some better rations.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier.
You okay there, pal?
Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
You want to tell me what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
I'm here to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
He told me everything. How long did you think you could keep a secret like that?
Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
I'm sure it's all tragic and heartbreaking. Pay me so I can get out of here.
I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
Depends on what you need.
Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work. That's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Not so fast. I got some questions.
Do what I can.
Why can't you just buy some medicine yourself?
I tried medicating myself with adrenatime. Didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy.
Come on now, Abernathy. You don't look a day over 90.
Tell myself the same thing every morning. You seen those young workers at the cannery? What with their unbent spines and pristine knee joints? I can't compete with that.
I've heard enough.
So you'll do it then?
Now think about it. No, I'm not gonna do that.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy. Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
What do you need it for?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Let me worry about that.
Alright, here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
Abernathy's paying me for my trouble. Can you match his offer?
I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he's giving you, I will do you one better.
I'll think about it.
That's all I can ask of you.
I don't know. Seems like you're pretty much bringing problems upon yourselves by going against the corporations. People ever think about that?
Oh, I cut my own hair. But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Listening to you makes my head hurt.
This is what happens when you eat with your fingers. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
I do have the same hairstyle as him. Silas sent me to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
I don't understand a word you said.
I mean that I can't possibly pay my gravesite fees. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
I don't care. Pay up.
With what? My own blood?
With something.
Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers.
That sounds like a dumb option.
No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I don't have time for this. So I guess I can pick things up and quick read them. So I guess Steve isn't completely illiterate. Okay.
Another day at the cannery.
There's the vicar.
Something got you down? I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider.
So, okay.
Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging
Curious.
along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison. Anything at all. Spiritual counseling. This season's tossball predictions.
Tossball?
The quickest way out of town.
Provided wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Fix the geothermal plant?
That seems well within your expertise.
The way we do it's by cutting off power to the others. The ones who left.
Adelaide McDevitt's encampment. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
Can Parvati get that treated by Sawbones?
I see today we'll be conversing without metaphors. I guess her condition is incurable. It's unlikely to be fatal, but she may feel more heartache than most.
Could you maybe stop talking about me like I'm some kind of weird bug?
Right, great. Can we wrap this up?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Right, just talk everybody into coming together. I'll keep that in mind. Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
And why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Handsome. What kind of weirdness you all into around here?
What? You seem the perfect type to go blindly into the wild on a suicidal quest.
Yes.
I'm looking for a journal, a handwritten book, with the name M. Bokonu on the cover. I'll pay you to find it.
I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Okay. Huh. I actually did read that one. Got sleep deprivation. So that's great.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
Oh, that does not add to, okay. So, drinking booze does not hydrate me. Who would have thought? Alright, there's a general store.
I'm not allowed in here. Not since the vending machine incident.
Holcomb, got my eye on you, girl.
Oh, and then she does actually walk in.
Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
What incident?
Ask her if you care. I'm running a business here.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
Let's see what you're selling.
Music to my ears.
Okay.
Had your rations yet?
So that's all the crap that I don't need. Alright.
2 whole cans of salsina.
Get back to my ship and save. So far, the adventures of Steve. Not going completely to crap. Although I've only had like 2 fights so far. Of wildly flailing my gun around. Alright, so yeah.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this fella.
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
What are you talking about, Silas?
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
That's none of my business.
Something I can do for you?
See you around. Yeah, Steve really don't care. Alright. Okay, these bodies are still dead. Good. Good, 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 good. So I can just come straight up to my ship. there's some primals around there.
Oh, wow. If I'd been able to get out here, I so would have stripped this for parts.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Still out here doing paperwork? Shouldn't you be done by now? Alright. So now I can save. Okay. So yeah, there's my other playthrough, my first playthrough. Alright. Okay. So that is a stream. That is the first episode of the Adventures of Steve. Thank you to anyone who stopped by today, and thank you to anyone watching this in post. Alright, have a good day. This has been Mr. Bike. It's time to get up and ride on. Bye.